Hello class, today we're gonna read chapter 4 of our book for April. It's called Saving and Spending Money. We have our friend Mark here, and it looks like we have pictures of resembling saving and spending money. So let's jump into chapter 4. First is a review. We're going to check out the comprehension questions we're gonna have to answer at the end of this. And so we have a better idea of what to look for when we're reading. So question number 1 up here says, what is this chapter about? Again, we're always looking for the key information from the story that we're reading. Question number 2, what does Mark do if he wants things? Okay, so when Mark wants things, we're going to be listening for that. Question 3, what does Mark want to buy now? So something he wants to buy, okay. Number 4, what doesn't Mark want to get from his mother? Okay, so we're going to look for something that he wants and something that he doesn't want. All right, and then number 5 says, what is important to know about this chapter? So again, looking for the key details. All right, let's go ahead and rip off our last page here. Boop. We've got our comprehension questions, our handy dandy communication board off to the side. And here we go, chapter 4, saving and spending money. This is the beginning, page 27. It says, Mark is working hard. Mark earns money from his job. Mark spends money on things that he wants, and he uses his debit card to buy things. Mark spends more money than he saves. So he spends more money than he saves, and he uses his debit card to buy things. All right, there's a picture of him spending his debit card, spending money to buy some popcorn. Tasty. The next page says, Mark wants to buy a video game system now. I think that was one of the questions we're supposed to answer. He does not have enough money to buy it. Uh-oh, he doesn't have enough money to buy it. It looks like in the picture we have Mark, and he has $27 in his checking account and $59 in his savings account. So yeah, the game it says is $300. He doesn't have enough. It says Mark is upset. In the picture, he is upset. He has a sad face. He has been working hard, so he thinks he wants to be able to buy what he wants now, but it takes some time to save up money. Here's the next page. It says, Mark has been spending too much money. Mark has not been saving enough money for his big purchases. Mark wants his mother to give him money. Then he can buy the video game system. So that would be, here's him and his mother, and they're thinking about saving and spending money. The next page shows a picture of Mark's mother, and she's thinking about what's called a loan. We're going to learn about a loan. It says a loan is getting money to spend now, money to spend now. Then you pay the money back later. Banks gives loans to people. Banks give loans to people. Mark's mother can give him a loan. So she could give him money to spend to buy his video game system. That is a way. That's what's called a loan. The next page here on page 31 shows a picture, like an exchange of money, of cash. It says a loan, and there's a picture of a car. It says, people pay more money if they get a loan. The bank gave Mark's mother a loan for a car. She pays the bank each month, and she pays the bank more for borrowing money. So if she borrows money, she has to give it back to them, but she has to give them back a little bit more than she borrowed from them. That's a loan with interest. Okay, let's see what's on page 32, the next page. So if we see the picture, here's the video game system that he wants. Over here we see a budget and $1, so maybe like a little bit of money, and then a loan with $3 signs, which means more money. He would spend more money if he got a loan. So let's read. It says, Mark does not want to get a loan from his mother. Mark will make a budget plan instead. A budget plan shows money you earn. It shows the money you spend and save. It will help him buy his video game system. Last page of the article. It says Mark will have to be careful with his money. Mark will need to save more money. He will need to spend less money. Next, Mark will make a budget plan. And spoilers, chapter 5 is called Mark Makes a Budget Plan. So let's dive into the questions and see how we're going to answer this. Today I'm going to use a fuchsia crayon. Feeling fancy today. I'm going to get my clipboard, clip on our comprehension questions. First thing I'm going to do is write my name on the top of the paper, Miss P. Okay. So question number 1, what is this chapter about? Is it about a store? Is it about money? Or is it about a job application? Well, we've talked about all 3 of these things in our chapter book, but this chapter in particular, we'll look at our title for a hint, Saving and Spending Money. Money is the answer. This chapter is about money. The answer to number 1 is B, money. You can find the picture of the coins and the cash. Cool. Question 2. What does Mark do if he wants things? Does he paint pictures? I don't remember talking about painting pictures. Does he sell cookies if he wants things? We may have heard about Girl Scouts doing that. Girl Scouts sell cookies, but I don't think Mark does right now. Or spend money. Does Mark spend money if he wants things? Yeah, I think that's what we've been talking about. We've been talking about spending money. So the answer for number 2 is C, spending money. Number 3. What does Mark want to buy now? So let's think about what he wants to buy now. Let's look at our options first. Does he want a bike, a video game system, or a magazine? So let's think back. I don't remember. I need to go back to the story. I'm gonna look for something that he wants to buy. I think I found the answer on page 28. It looks like this. The first line of it says that Mark wants to buy a video game system now. Video game system. So if we aren't reading the words, we can look at the pictures. We're looking for this picture right here. It's a box where the games go and the 2 controllers. So let's try to find the picture that matches. Let's see, not the bicycle. It's right here. There it is. The answer for question number 3 is video game system. Now, one way you can do it, since the answers are in the book, if you feel like practicing your cutting, you could actually cut out the pictures in the book and cut them and put them out on, glue them down on top of this. So you're kind of matching the pictures directly. That's another way that we would do this kind of in school to match the pictures. So that's another way you could do this. Well, let's check out question 4. What doesn't Mark want to get from his mother? So from his mother, remember we've been talking about money. So let's see if any of these have to do with money. Homework? Sometimes we study money for our homework, but we didn't talk about homework in this article. A pencil? We might use a pencil, but that's not what this article is about. But a loan, we learned that a loan is when you borrow money, and he thought about maybe that he could get a loan from his mother. So the answer, yeah, for 4 is C, loan. I'm going to circle that. We're on our last question. We're almost there, guys. Question 5. What is important to know about this chapter? So let's look back. The title of our chapter was Saving and Spending Money. Okay, so what's going to be important about it? That Mark quits his job. We didn't talk about quitting a job. B, that Mark will need to save more money. That definitely sounds like something we talked about. Or C, Mark needs to spend more money on popcorn. I wish C was the answer. I wish we didn't have to buy big things and we could spend all our money on popcorn. That's just not the way the world works. So, B, Mark will need to save more money. And here's our friend, the piggy bank, to resemble saving money. So the answer for 5 is B. Mark will need to save more money. This is a good refresher for some of us adults too. Totally. All right, well, that's it. Let's double check our work. I think we answered all 5 questions. We have our name on the top of the page, and we did it. We successfully read and answered the questions for Chapter 4, Saving and Spending Money. Great job, everybody. See you next time.